fall upon them, nor any heat, because the Lamb which is in the midst of the throne will be their shepherd, and will lead them to the fountains of the waters of life, and God will wipe away every tear from their eyes. Chapter 8. And when he opened the seventh seal, there was silence in heaven about half an hour. And I saw the 7 angels who stand before God, and there were given to them 7 trumpets. And another angel came and stood over the altar, having a golden censer. And there was given to him much incense, that he should give it to the prayers of all the saints upon the golden altar which is before the throne. And there went up the smoke of the incense to the prayers of the saints out of the hand of the angel before God. And the angel has taken the censer, and he filled it out of the fire of the altar, and cast it into the earth. And there followed thunders and lightnings and voices and an earthquake. And the 7 angels who had the 7 trumpets prepared themselves that they might sound. The first sounded. And there followed hail and fire mingled with blood, and they were cast into the earth. And the 3rd part of the earth was burnt up, and the 3rd part of the trees was burnt up, and all green grass was burnt up. And the 2nd angel sounded. And as it were a great mountain burning with fire was cast into the sea, and the 3rd part of the sea became blood, and the 3rd part of the creatures that are in the sea that have life died, and the 3rd part of the ships were destroyed. And the 3rd angel sounded, and there fell out of heaven a great star, burning as a lamp, and it fell upon the 3rd part of the rivers, and upon the fountains of the waters. And the name of the star is called Wormwood. And the 3rd part of the waters became wormwood, and many men died of the waters because they were made bitter. And the 4th angel sounded, and the 3rd part of the sun was smitten, and the 3rd part of the moon, and the 3rd part of the stars, that the 3rd part of them might be darkened, and the day not shine for a 3rd part of it, and the night in like manner. And I saw and heard an eagle flying in mid-heaven, saying with a loud voice, Woe! Woe! Woe to those who dwell upon the earth, by reasoning of the remaining voices of the trumpet of the 3 angels who are about to sound. Chapter 9. And the 5th angel sounded. And I saw a star fallen out of heaven to the earth, and there was given to him the key of the pit of the abyss. And he opened the pit of the abyss, and there went up a smoke out of the pit, as the smoke of a great furnace. And the sun and the air were darkened by reason of the smoke of the pit. And out of the smoke went forth locusts into the earth, and there was given to them power, as the scorpions of the earth have power. And it was said to them that they should not hurt the grass of the earth, nor any green thing, nor any tree, but only the men who have not the seal of God upon their foreheads. And it was given to them that they should not kill them, but that they shall be tormented 5 months. And their torment is as the torment of a scorpion, when it has smitten a man. And in those days men will seek death, and shall not find it. And they will desire to die, and death flees from them. And the shapes of the locusts were like 2 horses prepared for battle, and on their heads were as it were crowns like gold, and their faces were as the faces of men. And they had hair as the hair of women, and their teeth were as the teeth of lions. And they had breastplates as breastplates of iron, and the sound of their wings was as the sound of chariots of many horses running into battle. And they have tails like to scorpions, and stings, and in their tails is their power to hurt men 5 months. They have over them a king, the angel of the abyss. His name in the Hebrew tongue is Abaddon, but in the Greek tongue he has for a name Apollyon. The first woe is past. Behold, there come yet 2 woes after these things. And the sixth angel sounded, and I heard a voice out of the four horns of the golden altar which is before God, saying to the sixth angel who had the trumpet, "Loose the four angels who are bound by the great river Euphrates." And the four angels were loosed, who had been prepared for the hour, and day, and month, and year, that they may slay the third part of men. And the number of the armies of the horsemen was 200,000. I heard the number of them. And thus I saw the horses in the vision, and those who sat on them, having breastplates of fire, and of hyacinth, and like brimstone. And the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions, and out of their mouths issue fire, and smoke, and brimstone. By these three plagues was the third part of men killed, by the fire, and the smoke, and the brimstone, which issued out of their mouths. For the power of the horses is in their mouth, and in their tails. For their tails are like to serpents, having heads, and with them they do hurt. And the rest of men who were not killed in these plagues repented not of the works of their hands, that they should not worship demons, and idols of gold, and of silver, and of brass, and of stone, and of wood, which can neither see, nor hear, nor walk. And they repented not of their murders, nor of their sorceries, nor of their fornication, nor of their thefts. The end of chapters 5 through 9 of the book of the Revelation of Jesus Christ from the American Bible Union's New Testament. Recording by Mark Penfold.